Hey everyone, Kyle once again, aka Dressed Godzilla fan. Welcome back to another movie review, and I found my glasses. It's a little early for me to do a review, but I'm just got got the day off, you know, day of relaxing. So I just wanted to do another decided to do another movie review, and I will get to my previous movie review I did on the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. So I'll get to the 2011 film, which I will get to though. But now I just want to do another different movie review. Another animated film, and it's a film that's currently still in theaters. That came out a couple weeks ago, and that is I'm going to review Mr. Peabody and Sherman. That is came out a couple weeks ago, and I'm not gonna say too much about it, because if anyone who still hasn't seen Peabody and Sherman, just don't watch my review and just go check out the film for yourself, So I'm not gonna explain everything. I'm just gonna do it briefly, But I saw Mr. Peabody and Sherman. I really did enjoy it. I've always enjoyed films from DreamWorks Animation, especially Monsters vs. Aliens, which is my absolute favorite, Love How to Train Your Dragon. Love How to Train Your Dragon. Love Monsters vs. Aliens. Kung Fu Panda. Shrek, I always enjoyed the films from DreamWorks Animation. They always make good films, So Mr. Peabody and Sherman, which I didn't really notice that it's supposed to be last year though, but I just didn't notice this though. But that DreamWorks Animation is now not going to be made by Paramount Pictures. It's now one as of the start of 2013. DreamWorks Animation films are now also going to be distributed by 20th Century Fox, which means the first film by 20th Century Fox was The Croods, and I like The Croods. But so technically the last film that's going to be made by Paramount Pictures was Rise of the Guardians in late 2012. So I just want to say that because I just never noticed that because I found that 20th Century Fox has signed a 5-year deal. So for now on, I guess like from 2013 all the way up to obviously 2018, DreamWorks Animation films are going to be made by 20th Century Fox, no longer Paramount Pictures, so just wanted to point that out. But, so like I said, I enjoyed Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Really enough, I saw this film 3 times, and I enjoyed seeing it 3 times. I said it before, I can spend, my money wherever I want, see what I want. If you like it, go see it a second time. If not, go see it a third time, I've seen lots of films I've seen more than once, in theaters, So, especially Monsters vs. Aliens, I did a review that I said I saw a film 6 times. So so getting to Mr. Peabody and Sherman, it's directed by Ron Minkoff, who, if anyone knows, he's well known because he directed The Lion King. He directed The Lion King, and then other films he directed. He directed Stuart Little 1 and 2, and then he directed The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy, and then he directed The Forbidden Kingdom with Jackie Chan and Jet Li. But easily the best film he did was The Lion King, and I love The Lion King. One of the greatest animated films of all time. And the film came out like a couple weeks ago, but I'll say the date, March 7th, 2014. During the opening weekend, it opened up at number 2 at the box office, behind 300, Rise of the Empire. But after that, on the second weekend, it moved up to number 1. So it was number 1 at the box office on its second weekend. The first opening with 32 million. The second weekend made with 21 million. And it's currently doing fairly well. It has a budget of 145 million total worldwide so far. I would say it's on 183 million, and in the U.S. it's about 87 million. So it's doing a little underwhelming here in the U.S. though. But if I would say, hopefully it'll make in the U.S. Hopefully it'll make over 100 million in the U.S. So maybe I would say break even, I guess. But we'll have to see though, because I'm pretty sure it'll make over 100 million here in the U.S. though. But give it time, So again, the voice cast stars Ty Burrell, who voices Mr. Peabody, and Ty Burrell. He's the films he's been in. He was in Evolution, that alien comedy film that I like. Maybe you know him. He was also in the Dawn of the Dead remake as the jerk Steve. He was also in the Incredible Hulk, National Treasure, Book of Secrets. But maybe you know him, mainly know him because he stars in the comedy TV show Modern Family. Maybe you mostly know him from that. And he also just recently appears in a film that just came out during the last weekend, The Muppets Most Wanted. As the detective. You've seen the trailer. He was talking to that Muppet. CIA, showing the bigger badges. Who has the bigger badge. So yeah. So Ty Burrell, he voices Mr. Peabody, and he did a good job as Mr. Peabody. I really enjoyed Ty Burrell as Mr. Peabody. He was really good. Then voice Max Charles, who voices Sherman. Other voice casts Ariel Winter as Penny, and comedian Stephen Colbert, who as Penny's father, and Leslie Mann as Penny's mother. Of course, Stephen Colbert, he was in another DreamWorks animated film that was Monsters vs. Aliens as the President. Leslie Mann, who voiced another animated film, that was in Rio, and including the upcoming film Rio 2. And the voice cast of Stephen Tobolowsky as the principal at the school that Max and Penny, the Sherman and Penny attend to. Which I just did a recent review of the movie Mr. Magoo. Stephen Tobolowsky as Chuck Stupak of the FBI, and Mr. Magoo was always the one who was always getting hurt, And Stanley Tucci as Leonardo da Vinci. And also famous director producer, Mel Brooks. Director of countless comedy films, especially my favorite Spaceballs and Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Mel Brooks, he voices Albert Einstein in this. Just you see which Albert Einstein is be seen more towards the end of the film, But that's Mel Brooks, though. He voices Albert Einstein. No, that was kind of funny, I'll get into the details of the story, but I'm not getting too much, though. I just want to just give it briefly, because if anybody hasn't seen Mr. Peabody and Sherman, go check it out. It's really enjoyable. Well, for me it is, but I'm sure other people like seeing Mr. Peabody and Sherman. If you do, that's good for you, If you'd like to be nice, just leave the comments below saying that you like the film. But Mr. Peabody, who's a story of Mr. Peabody who tells his life story. He's a talking dog, and is becoming the smartest dog in the world. he said he was not like no ordinary dogs. He won't play fetch, or stuff like that. So he devoted his life to like the world of knowledge, mostly science, and he invented some of the stuff, like he invented the fist pump and planking. That kind of dance that he was doing was Zumba, I think it was called, or auto tunes. But then he's also now a father. He adopted a human boy named Sherman, who inspired him to invent the Wayback, which is a time traveling machine. Travels to the past where they've been to, like the start of the film, they've been to visit the French Revolution, And they said he's also took him somewhere to other stuff in the past, and but also it's also Mr. Peabody takes a Sherman to his first day of school, and at the school, there's the girl Penny starts out being a bully because his father is a dog, so she calls him a dog, makes him try to fetch a sandwich and grabs the dog whistle, They get into a fight and Sherman bites her, and this woman, Miss Granion, who's this was it, child services, I think. Yeah, child and family, yeah, the child services, who threatens to take Sherman away from him because says a dog should never adopt a boy, because he's a dog, So he doesn't tell Sherman. He doesn't tell Sherman that he's gonna get taken away. So he decides to invite the Pearsons over. Try to solve put their problems aside. Try to get this to forgive and forget. I think. And so they do and Sherman doesn't like the guy because she hates him. But she wanted to know how he knew that George Washington didn't cut down the cherry tree, as he said in school. Of course, to the typical thing, when someone tells you they have time travel machine. When someone doesn't tell you that you have a time travel machine, of course you'll eventually spill it out, So yeah, he does. He does tell about the Wayback after Mr. Peabody said, "Don't tell about the Wayback," So they go on the way back, and they went to ancient Egypt. Other places they went to, like from ancient Egypt to Florence, Italy, then Greece, But eventually, but they said that there was I shouldn't get into too much. Like I said, I don't want to get into too much of the details too, But I really enjoy Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Like I said, I just don't want to get too much everything. But it's not like a live action film where it's like a mystery film. Everything has to be given away. I mean, these days people don't care about spoilers. But I know my reviews are mostly about spoilers, but just for like new films, like this, I just want people to just be able to check it out if you haven't seen it, So I saw it 3 times and I enjoyed Mr. Peabody and Sherman, It'll be without a doubt on my top 10 list, my top 10 movies of 2014, without a doubt. Because I enjoyed Mr. Peabody and Sherman. There's also been a couple films that I've seen early this year that'll also be in my top 10 list of 2014. I know there's like 2 other films later on in the year that'll for sure be on my on my top list of 2014. So, but like I said, I'm going to stop it here because I don't want to tell the whole thing with people who still haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, don't watch this video. Just go see the film for yourself. So I'll end right here. So that's like I said, but I just want to say a couple more things. The film did get positive reviews. It has a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's pretty high. So then it also has a 7.2 on IMDb. That's pretty good as well. So and I'm glad. Honestly I'm glad. I hope it'll do more. It'll do more here in the U.S. and more box office worldwide. Because this film is overall I would say it's doing pretty good though. But hopefully it'll do more than I think. So that's my sort of little review of Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I really enjoyed it. And hopefully, if anyone who hasn't seen it, hopefully you will enjoy it. If you don't, you don't. So, but that's Mr. Peabody, my brief review of Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you later on the next movie review. Later.